Hi guys, as promised from my previous video, I said in my next video I'm going to talk about mental health, more especially about getting overwhelmed, because it's something I have experience on. I get overwhelmed very easily, and I said I'm going to share some tips and coping mechanisms on how to cope with getting overwhelmed. One thing about getting overwhelmed is that not everyone can understand you. People will say you are overreacting, but the truth is you and I knows you're not overreacting, because one thing about getting overwhelmed is even the smallest things feel big and very heavy. People will say you are overreacting, and trust me, one thing is that you don't need to explain yourself to them. Nobody owes you an explanation as to why you get overwhelmed. Nobody. Because the more you try to explain to them why you get overwhelmed, the more they doubt you, the more exhausted you get. Over explaining yourself will only drain you, and at the end of the day, they will still not understand you. So instead of wasting your time and energy over explaining yourself as to why you get overwhelmed, you should direct that energy into something that is more important, which is how to cope with getting overwhelmed. As for me, when I get overwhelmed, I like to be alone. But this is not going to work for everyone, because for some people, when they are alone, they started having bad thoughts. Like they said, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Like I said, as for me, sometimes I like to be alone when I get overwhelmed. Like you can find me in a corner in my room, just sitting down, having some time for myself to get my thoughts collected. And I also pray. Like praying is very important. The second thing is jogging or walking around. I know it's not everyone that's allowed to go out whenever they want. Even I am not allowed to go out whenever I want. But the beautiful thing is you can jog and walk in your home. Just the surrounding around your home. You can walk, you can jog, like just to clear your head of things. Like it's very, very important. And as for me, we have a little garden in my home. I like growing flowers and some trees, so like it gives me joy. So when I get overwhelmed, sometimes I'll just go out, sit down, just looking at them like, okay, I'm helping these flowers, these plants grow. So it gives me joy and it gets my mind off things. I feel less overwhelmed. And the third thing is journaling or writing down. You can find a journal, even in your phone. We have notes. You can just write things down, like things that you like to do, just anything that comes to your mind. You can just jot it down. Like it's going to help you a lot. Journaling it down will help you. Like when you finish journaling it down, you can just sit down, read it, breaking tasks into small pieces. It's also going to help you a lot. Maybe you have like 10 things you want to do. You don't have to do them at the same time, you don't have to do them all together. You can break them into small pieces. Maybe start with one thing. So guys, these are the tips that I use when I get overwhelmed. If you're also a person who gets overwhelmed very easily, please drop the tips you use when you get overwhelmed in the comment section. I'll be there. Thank you.